Hello and welcome to another star-spangled edition of the Saintly Sounder, your source for all things FIFA. This is the halfway point of our series Manifest Destiny. We will have a passing tutorial after this and then get right back into it. This week's episode of Manifest Destiny is titled Democracy, because if last week had a bunch of new players, this one somehow had even more. So here are the rules in case you forgot. All players must be American, and that is determined by EA. No fitness cards. As you can see, this is having a profound effect on my squad. All games must be played in one continuous Division 1 online season. This is to prevent relegation, but also to glorify any potential title chase. And also no 5 at the back. We're not scared. We're going to come out and get them. And if we go down, we're going down fighting. Okay, so here's the squad. I underestimated how long it would take for my players to recover after 2 games, so the subs had to stay in for one more game. 2 big additions. Eddie Johnson is going to come in as super sub, and Graham Zusi is going to be a left mid here to replace Landon Donovan. Johnson's appearance as a sub at the end of this game will mean that all 23 players have already played one game at this point in the season. Total team effort. The only things I could learn from my opponent before the start of the game was that 1, he was probably a DC Filipino, and 2, he had very strong opinions about EA. His club name is EA Sucks, and his squad name is EA is Trash. Overall, his squad is really generic, though. Sanchez always hurts me, though, so I was a little nervous there, but Benteke's never been a real threat against me. So as seems to be the theme of these games, I tend to get going early and carve out a chance within the first 2 minutes, and this game would be no different. Zuzi already doing more than Landon had ever done. Win is going to fight for the ball. He's quite lively, Lean Win, as he should be considering how good of a player he was in the MLS this season in real life. We carve out the chance, but nothing comes of it. My opponent never really had much in the way of an attack. Here he's really just get forward with Sanchez. Benteke was almost entirely invisible, but I get out on the counterattack here. You tell me if this is realistic physics or not. Yeah. Zardes shouldn't be getting bullied by Hector Moreno, and I'm through on the breakaway if he doesn't touch him. So, I don't know. So I actually get a pleasant surprise on the free kick here. Graham Zuzi's actually surprisingly competent at these. So I'm going to have a go from 38 yards. And it's cleared off the line. 20 minutes of inaction would follow, but Lean Win's going to find himself on the break and put it near post with the finesse shot. Very nice from him. Also, check out this celebration. Nobody puts baby in the corner there. Altidore doing his best Patrick Swayze impression. But we go up 1-0, and I'm sure Mr. EA Sucks has even stronger words to say about EA after a silver 50 rated shooter scores a sweet goal on him. My opponent's only shot of the entire half is going to come right here at the last moments. I make a rather silly mistake. He's going to find Felipe Coutinho, who's going to take it wide. Controls are kind of breaking here. Play it across, and Sanchez at 5'6" somehow wins the header but lashes it over the bar. As you can see, my Tim Howard has had almost nothing to do, while his Tim Howard has been immense. And that would bring a conclusion to the first half. That Arsenal badge is about the most threatening thing for my opponent. He has 0 shots on target. And right now we're cruising to a comfortable 1-0 lead going into the half. And the substitutes, including Graham Zusi, are playing quite fantastically. To pick up the action in the 50th minute here. Gonna highlight some defensive hard work here from Omar Gonzalez. Sanchez is gonna be through, surely. And Gonzalez, what a tackle. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. We would attempt to reward that hard defensive effort right here as Gyasi Zardes ends up through on goal. He's gonna clang it off of the post, falls to his knees, and it remains 1-0. If we win a free kick in the 59th here, Zusi's going to whip it in, finds Altidore unmarked, and it goes 2-0. Altidore has already equalized his goal tally for Sunderland, and it only took him 2 games for me. Make of that what you will. but it was an absolutely beautiful ball from Graham Zusi. He's got that great shot power, whipping it in. I don't know why his AI just completely ignored the biggest man up for that cross, but they did, and we go up 2-0. One more big moment in the half as I try to do too much with Gayasi Zardes. Leroy Fair is going to nick it off of him. Benteke finds my all-time nightmare player, Alexis Sanchez. Beasler's left a fool, but fear the beard, Tim Howard comes up huge. And then Omar Gonzalez says, "Get out of here, you little man." And that would be all the match action. My opponent would just leave the game for the remainder of it, so I couldn't really get any highlights from there. We go to 4-0. An undefeated season could still be possible. Unbelievable, really. A commanding 2-0 win. I only gave up one shot on target. That defense of Beasler and Gonzalez was rock solid. Nice percent possession as well. And we go to 4-0. So just to recap, Zusi picks up the Man of the Match award. He had an assist and was absolutely crazy good for a majority of this game. Much more present on the field than Landon Donovan was. Defense wins championships. If you only give up one shot on target, you're probably going to win games, and Gonzalez and Beasler did amazingly. This was another dominant performance. It seems to be going that way quite a bit. We had 58% possession again, and basically played a complete game, especially for only getting a 2-0 win. In terms of highlights, we're a little light again this week. Not too much to say there, as my opponent left with a third of the game to go. Moving into Game 5, I'm hoping to find more highlights that are both relevant to the game, but also fairly interesting. So that'll be my goal for the next game. Alright, if you found this all interesting, or maybe you're attracted to Lee Nguyen's ponytail, I don't know. Like and subscribe. I'm on Twitch at the Saintly Sounder. Should be daily broadcast there by the time this video goes public. I'm on Twitter at the Red Death 329 if that's your thing. Until next time, see you on the pitch.